Let me ask you something. How do you prioritize somebody that you don't trust?
I think you gotta prioritize somebody who somebody who you don't trust, with trying to find a way to get them to trust you.
Okay.
I feel like if it's important to have that person, like if there's nothing you can do and you gotta have that person in your life, you have to really, swallow your pride and be the change that you want to see.
Okay. For me, I think you got to separate your emotions from what's actually needed. Okay, so you ask yourself, is it family? Is it work?
Yeah.
It could be co-parenting. What else? What else is there? Or for some people who don't know how to let go of, toxic friends or toxic romantic relationships.
Yeah.
So I think you gotta prioritize from there, and then that's where you'll know to set your boundaries at. So basically, I think it's more like prioritizing somebody like, so say your daughter. Okay, on both ends, I feel like both of y'all have trust issues now.
Mm-hmm.
On both ends, it ain't just one-sided. But the love is still there. It's
undeniable.
It's undeniable.
But
okay,
like you said, it's trust issues on both sides. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But with it being trust issues on both sides, it's not up to my child to make me trust her. Like, it's up to me to regain her trust in me. You get what I'm saying? Like, in times of a crisis, you really know what type of leader you are by how people come to you in that time. If people can trust you in a crisis, that means you're a person of high character. And it's like, when you get into a situation like what happened with me and my daughter, like, I apologize for hurting my daughter's feelings, her feelings. But I was hurt too. I'm a human too. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was hurt too. So it's like, I was being 100% vulnerable in those moments. Like, I was faced with I was against all odds. You get what I'm saying? And I won. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, it got to be a competition that I couldn't afford to lose.
Yeah.
And I didn't lose.
Yeah.
And it's like,
so now you just got to basically you have to prioritize the duty and the responsibility over the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's messed up because my daughter doesn't understand what she had to give up to be in the situation that she's in now. Mm-hmm. Like, it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with her mother. It has nothing to do with her siblings. If there's any part of who she is that she forfeited in that's something that she's going to have to deal with as she gets older, and she has to be responsible for herself when she becomes an adult. She'll be 17 in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? When she becomes an adult, those are the things that she's going to be forced to deal with, or it will deal with her until she actually deals with it. You get what I'm saying?
All right. So give me some examples of in this situation, somebody that not only do you have to deal with, but you want to deal with. All right. So give me some examples of how you would navigate that situation going forward. Like, since the trust issues lie on both sides of the fence, she's not here to say how she would handle it. So how would you approach it to keep your, you don't want to get hurt again, just like you just said, you're a human too. So how would you prioritize how would you approach that situation going forward, so you're not wearing your heart on your sleeve and getting it, you know, getting stabbed again. You know what I mean?
I would try to, you know, I would try to get my daughter in a therapy session with like Dr. Forrest. You know what I mean? Like where my daughter was on she was on even ground. Like she was in a situation where like I don't control the room. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we're there to get help by the person that you know what I mean? Like that's how I want to do it, because it's more about like I'm a trustworthy person. Yeah. Like when I'm around people, I'm not thinking, well, I'm gonna do something and they're not gonna trust me. That's never what I'm thinking. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be her father. I'm gonna be her dad. I'm gonna pick her up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna reprimand her. Like if you're doing something not up to par, it is my job to like, because the things that a 16 or 17-year-old is doing is not the same things that I'm doing at 42 years old. You get what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing, you can like you got to learn to compartmentalize. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's switch gears. Aside from a family member, okay, you got colleagues, you got co-workers. Say you had to prioritize one of them. How would you go about it? You know, we ain't in the streets, so you know.
I would just keep being myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna change nothing that I'm doing. Like if you become one of them people,
somebody that you don't trust. That was the question. Somebody that you don't trust.
My thing is, I don't conduct myself in a way where I don't conduct myself like that. You get what I'm saying? Like I do my job well. You get what I'm saying? I do my business. I do what I do. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So this, I pointed out something to you a while ago about somebody that I said you probably can't trust. But you know, when I wasn't around, he was still on the scene for a while. You know what I mean? So how did you prioritize a person that you didn't trust? You didn't trust him with good reason.
I just I put myself in a situation where there was nothing that I had to trust him for that I was going to lose, that was going to mess my hand up. Okay. Does that make sense?
You treated him like a risky business deal.
No, like I you know what I'm saying? Give me 50 feet. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay. If you get what I mean, like what I'm saying is like, I don't put people that I don't trust in a position. It's not like Ravenna, Ohio, where the people you can't trust is somebody that look exactly like you. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like people that watch you come up and want to like, it's not that. Like, I don't get close. I don't get close to people when it comes, like, I'm 100% independent in how I got to make my money. You know what I mean? Like I know my lane and I stay in my lane. So that means that I do a lot of things that I don't get paid for. Yeah. But it's part of the big picture. Like, it only makes sense to do it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty much trying to train up the kids that I work with. I'm trying to make them my colleagues. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're in a situation where you enjoy what you do, you love the kids. Yeah. And then I'm not saying you have a problem with anybody, for anybody listening. Yeah. I'm just saying in certain settings, that's what I was getting at. If you didn't trust somebody but you knew you had to work side by side with them, how would you handle it? But you answered it for the most part.
What I would do, I would just keep it like about business. Like, if it's about business, like, and if they like,
there's always
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it's like I've dealt with that so many times. I've learned how to navigate away from that. You know what I'm saying?
And what I was saying, like a risky business deal is basically like, because you do it with limits. You always you leave that room for your out. You know what I'm saying? You set your limits. You set your limits. You set your limits.
Yeah, it's like dealing with people that I can't trust. Like, I just got a red flag, like a red flag, and I just go the other way. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing extravagant. It's just, I don't rock with you.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, like I really don't rock with people like that, Dub. I don't let them get close to me like that. You know what I mean? Like